Hey guys, welcome back to Lade Creations, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make your V-shaped turban cap base. Now for my band, it's 25 inches in width and 4 inches in length. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold it into two and cut it into two equal halves. Then once I'm done cutting, there's something about scuba material. You ought to look out for the shimmery part and the dull side. The dull side is meant to be in, while the shimmery part is meant to be out. So always look out for those things when you are making use of scuba material. So if you are not mature in this, or if this is your first time doing this, I will advise you to make use of office pin to hold this in place. And then you repeat the same thing with your second half. Make sure you look out for the dull and the shimmery side. Now once you're done doing that, the next thing to do is to form your V shape, and you're going to do that by placing or overlapping your bands on each other, just this way. Just watch what I'm doing so you can understand better. And once you're done forming your V shape, you then hold that part down with your office pin. So here it is, guys. My V shape has been formed and my band is ready, and the next thing to do is to attach the body to the band. And the first thing I'm going to be doing, of course, is to look out for that dull and shimmery side, and then I will place it on each other. Now the measurement for my band, for the body, is 22 inches in width, while that of my band is 25 inches in width. I added 3 extra inches because forming your v shape usually consumes lots of material, so I added those 3 inches in order to make sure my band and the body is the same length or the same width once I'm done forming the V shape. So what I did there was to hold the band and the body together with my office pin, like you saw me do earlier. And why did I do that? I did that in order to show you how your turban is meant to look like. Once you're done running your machine, you're going to use your sewing machine to stitch this together. You could also improvise and make use of a needle and thread by forming blanket stitches with it. So here it is, guys. I'm done making use of my sewing machine to stitch both the band and the body together, and this is how it is. When you turn your turban over, you will notice that you have excess at the back, so I would advise you to cut off the excess. So here it is, guys. I've cut off my excess, and the next thing to do is to close up my turban. And I'm going to be doing it like this by folding it, turning it over, that's to the dull side, and with my needle and thread form running stitches till I get to this end. So as usual, I've made use of my office pin to hold it in place. It will serve as a guide, most especially if you're a beginner or an amateur. So the first thing I'm going to do is to insert my needle and tag that place. So I'm going to be doing that thrice to make sure this part is well secured. So once I'm done securing that end, the next thing to do is to form running stitches till I get to that point where the band and the body was joined together. Just watch what I'm doing. So once you've gotten to this point, the next thing to do is to increase the sizes of your stitches. I'm sure you must have noticed that once I've stitched for a few inches, I will pull to form gathers. You could run your needle to the end of your turban cap before pulling to form gathers, but you could also do it in bits. The point is, once you're done running your stitch to the end, you pull your thread to form gathers. That gathers is the beauty of your turban cap base. That will bring the beauty or give it that turban look. So once I'm done pulling, the next thing is to secure my turban, and I'll be doing that by picking the last three pleats, and I'll be making use of those three pleats to finish up my work. So I'm going to tack the three pleat tries. So once I'm done securing my thread, the next thing is to turn it all over, and my turban cap, my V-shaped turban cap base is ready. So from this point, I can then go ahead and embellish my turban cap base. So here's my turban cap base on my mannequin's head. I've tucked in the excess at the back. So this is how to make your turban cap base, your V-shaped turban cap base. I do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video. See you in my next video. Bye.